A Numatic international vacuum cleaner, such as the original Henry HVR200, is one of those things that is super well known and loved in the UK, but hardly anyone knows about in America. But we put the Henry 200 through all of our usual tests and found that it blew away most of its competition, and in our opinion really deserves to be more well known in the US market. So links in the description for current prices, and let's get started. I'm including the Henry 200 in the commercial vacuum series we're working on because according to Canister Solutions, who is the distributor for Numatic International in North America, Numatic vacuums are built for light commercial use and are apparently used a lot in the cruise ship industry. So before we get into all the test results, I should probably quickly hit the basic features. The Henry 200 comes with the main unit, a 33-foot cord, which seems very sturdy and can be wound up using the mechanism on the top. It includes several attachments, including a combo floor head, which can be adjusted for hard floors or carpets. In addition, it has a lightweight aluminum wand with height adjustment. It comes with 2 HEPA bags and a pretty nifty filtration system, which we'll talk more about later. It has holders for 2 tools and the cleaner head for easy storage, and it seems extremely well built with solid materials and very sturdy feeling casters. I should mention that the Henry Extra is basically the same thing but with more tools and more floor heads, and I'll link that in the description as well. Alright, so let's jump into the pros. It's really powerful. We tested its suction at 87 inches of water lift, which is by far the highest number yet in this commercial vacuum series. We also tested its airflow with an anemometer in several places, and it scored a whopping 106 CFM at the hose and 72 CFM at the floor nozzle, which again blows away all the other commercial vacuums in this series, with the next closest, the ProTeam ProForce, only getting 66 CFM. So how does this airflow and suction manifest itself? Well, when combined with the included Wesselwerk combo floor head, which is designed to accentuate suction and airflow, it did better than any of the vacuums in this series at the crevice pickup test. In fact, it was one of the best performances I've ever seen on that test. Its power also showed up in the carpet deep clean test, where we embed 100 grams of sand into a medium pile carpet and weigh the bag before and after. The Henry scored 98% on this test, again the highest score so far in this series, and that's with a non-motorized floor nozzle, so it's pretty impressive. Another pro was its filtration. In our newly designed filtration test, where we vacuum up a special type of dust and measure the air quality before and after, the Henry scored a 15, meaning an average of 15 2.5 micron sized particles in the air per cubic meter, which was actually no different than the original baseline before we even started vacuuming, which was also 15. For reference, a failing score in this test would be 100, and the worst score I've ever measured so far is 3600. So the Henry is really good at filtration. When it comes to pickup tests on hard floors and carpets, I think I'm going to include the results in the pros section, even though it could possibly be a con depending on how you look at the results. So as I mentioned earlier, Wesselwerk designed the floor heads that the Henry 200 uses. In fact, Wesselwerk designs the floor heads for pretty much all premium canister vacuums, including Miele vacuums. As we've seen, they're great tools for suction and airflow, but that actually makes them really bad at picking up large debris, at least in the way that non-canister users are used to picking up larger debris. Basically, you need to learn some techniques, like putting the front of the head on the ground and pulling the wand back in order to get large debris. And thankfully, with the overwhelming power of the Henry, it makes this a breeze to do. And since there's no spinning brushes, it's really simple and easy. So I'm going to give it a pass and call its large debris pickup a pro. But now it's time to move on to the negative stuff. In practice, I found the suction a little bit too much for certain applications, like vacuuming smaller rugs. You can adjust the suction on the wand, but even then I found I needed to keep my feet on the rug to finish the job. Related to that, I felt that on more stable, thicker carpet, it still required the suction to be reduced. It could be vacuumed on full power, but it was kind of awkward to do, and it seemed like 2 hands should be used in order to reduce strain. Most of my other cons are the same things I would say about any canister vacuum, and maybe it's my Americanism showing through, but I feel like vacuuming with a canister-style vacuum is a lot more trouble. It seems like there's always a cord or a hose in the way, and you need to think about how well the canister is following you, and all while you're adjusting the suction and remembering all your techniques for getting larger debris. It just seems a little overwhelming and time-consuming. I'm sure a veteran canister user is shaking their head at me right now, and if that's you and you love canister vacuums, I can say after all these tests, the Henry is an amazing choice. I mean, we've seen the Henry 200 show itself to be the best commercial vacuum we've tested so far, at least by the numbers. So again, if you're a canister lover, it's a no-brainer. But I'm not sure if it's enough to convert a hopeless upright user like myself to canisterism. That being said, be sure to subscribe to Vacuum Wars, as I'm sure to put the Henry to the test against some Dysons and Miele's in the future, and we'll see how it stacks up there as well. Links in the description to Henry and the Henry Extra. Consider a like if this video helped you out. out, and thanks for watching.